Hey, it's Michael Pritchard here, and welcome to the Mind Performance Health channel, where we talk all things to do with your health, your body, your fitness. My goal of this channel is to give you some insight and tips of what I found in the trenches when it comes to transforming bodies. So with fat loss, muscle gain, strength, and improving your lifestyle and transforming your lifestyle. Now, in today's episode, we are going to talk about the cost of not taking action. It's all good to talk about the skills of nutrition, macros. It's all good to talk about training methodologies, principles. But at the end of the day, it starts with a decision to take action on these skills. And taking action in itself, I think, is a skill, whether it's to do with skill development or a belief. So we're going to talk about the cost of inaction, of not taking action on your goals. And I've started this episode in this way because I see a lot of people that take action and I see a lot of people that don't take action. Now, when I relate that to clients, it's very interesting from when I sit down with clients in a consultation and they join our program, they take action on the steps when we tailor it to them with their training, with their workouts, with their nutrition. And I see the results they achieve, and I also see the positive impact on their life. They go through our experience with our coaching service, and I see the results they get due to taking action. And then I also see, some people that I sit down with in consultations, they need to take action, but they've got a history and a habit of, number one, not having enough urgency to take action, and number two, that leads into these problems that compound over time. And at the end of the day, this is where health issues can come into play. Like, I've sat down with clients that have joined our program because they have had heart attacks. All right, and that was the catalyst that made them make a decision. Okay, now I need to take action on my health and fitness to make a difference. But that is the cost of inaction when they could have taken steps before this health issue happened. And it's sad. It really is sad. I find it sad that, what people will think sometimes is the cost of the investment to get into the program, the cost of effort to get into the program, the cost of time to get into the program to work on their goals. However, they do not think of the cost of what will happen if they do not take action on their goals. Like I said, I have seen and sat down with people that only realized till they actually had a heart attack or other health implications come up, and then they were all for taking action when this could have all been prevented and quality of life could have been improved way, way before. And the cost of inaction can be very, very deep. And like I said, it either comes down to skills or beliefs, why people can't do it. But I have seen the spin-off where clients take full control, take massive action on their goals, and they are rewarded with their efforts they put in. Don't get me wrong, I empathize with the fact that it can be daunting to take action on things, and it's an investment of time, effort, resources, money. But I do think as well that people around the world, and I always say this, the world is getting more obese, that people really lack the hard questions and upfront conversations with themselves to realize they really need to take action. The world is getting more obese, and I've said it time and time again, and with my business, Mind Performance Health, and I believe with other businesses in the personal training industry, whether it's online or face-to-face with our services, we are at war with obesity. Obesity causes a lot of issues. Type 2 diabetes is lifestyle influenced. It can cause a mirage of cholesterol issues, heart issues, vitality, quality of life just degrades with obesity. So we are at war with obesity. And I think throughout the world, people really lack, their own accountability to do it themselves. They lack the really upfront and hard conversations to do it themselves until something happens. And there's not enough environments for where people can go to really start being influenced to take action. My business, Mind Performance Health, is one of those environments. I've created that to provide proximity because your environment can influence your actions. I've seen it before where I've had clients come to us, achieve awesome results, okay, some clients, And then as soon as they stopped, they went back to an environment where they were before, and they went back into those behaviors and habits that they had before, and then they went backwards. Then they reached back out to us to get their body, their health, their lifestyle back on track. And the missing key wasn't the skills of nutrition, wasn't the skill of understanding, I need to work out. It was the environment, the proximity they needed to have to be accountable, to be supported, and to have the right game plan each and every week, the check-ins, to make sure they can commit to their health, body, and fitness goals. The environment influences a lot of actions for the better or worse. And that's just how it is, okay? Sometimes it doesn't take the skills of understanding what nutrition is, or the education, or skills of methods of training. Sometimes it takes you to be in the right environment, because that can influence your results for the better. And the question I ask always is, what is the cost of you not doing anything towards your health and fitness goals? What is the cost? Where will you be in 5 years' time? What body weight will you be? Will you be 10 kilos heavier, 20 kilos heavier? How do you feel right now, and how would you feel if those negative issues compound up over the next 10 years? Will you feel better? Will you feel 10 times worse? The thing is, the decisions you're making right now are going to compound, whether for better or for worse. The actions you're not taking or are taking are going to compound, whether for better or for worse. You have power over controlling that. You can make the decisions for better or for worse. But at the end of the day, you need to make a decision. There are places that can support you throughout the world. There are places that can provide the right environment and proximity throughout the world, my business included, but there's many other businesses as well. But you need to make the decision to reach out, invest your time, effort, resources, and money, put in some work with an environment that will support you so you can build healthy habits, build a healthy routine, build a healthy lifestyle, which then will give you a better quality of life. The cost of inaction builds up over time, and you might feel all right and able to get away with it at the moment, but guess what? Time goes up. We get older each day, each year we get older, and I personally believe that we peak at our death. Well, I like to peak at my death, meaning that I want to get better and better and better every year, physically, mentally. I don't want to just, talk about how good I was in my 20s or 30s from my peak performance. The reason for that is because I want to have more vitality. I want to have more longevity. I want to perform at my best mentally and physically as I get older. I do not want to have a limiting belief that as I get older, things just need to suck. So that power is in your hands. You can make a decision to get worse, and that's your decision at the end of the day with your health, body, and fitness goals, or you can make a decision to improve your quality of life, make the necessary adjustments with your lifestyle, with your support around you to actually get better long term. It's very sad. I find it extremely sad when I see a lot of potential when people sit down with me that really can make a change on their life in the way they feel. They may be feeling a lack of confidence, but they can make a decision to feel more confident. They may feel sluggish, lack of energy, lack of strength. And it all comes down to a decision for change and being in the right environment so they can change. And then they just lack the decision to make that forward. And my job as a coach is to coach. And if I feel I can help someone, it's a disservice for me to let that person go the best I can, right? So I will always try my best to coach. I believe that coaching is wanted and needed, number one, but also too, that if I let this person go, how would their quality of life be with 5 years' time, 10 years' time, 20 years' time, when I could have helped influence that decision? I'm sorry, but people suck at making decisions. They suck. Some people are really great at making decisions, some people not. And that's just like, I always say it too, and I learned this from Tony Robbins. The quality of your life is dictated by the quality of your decisions. The quality of your life is dictated by the quality of your decisions. And I truly believe that myself, and I have seen that. And sometimes people really suck at making decisions for their health, their fitness, vitality. They may be really great with decisions at work, but not best with the decisions of themselves. And that can shorten lifespan. That can really degrade, like I said, the quality of your life. you're feeling, like you may have a lack of confidence day to day, and that will compound up over time if you do not take the action or the necessary steps to make the best decisions you can. So I just want to make this, as I see a lot of these problems compound up over time, and outside skills of learning nutrition or training, it comes down to the skill of making action, the skill of urgency, breaking through limiting beliefs that you may not have time, may not have money, may not have the resources. But I also think it's important to think of who you want to be and what actions does that person take. Do they take the same actions as you do now? Or does that other person, the person you want to be, make different actions, hence why they have a better quality of life? So guys, I appreciate you listening to this video. I hope you got some value out of it. I think it was important to talk about outside just some other skills. If you ever need help to get in the right environment, if you ever need help with the skills of your nutrition, your training, having extra support, whether it's face-to-face or online, our coaching business here at Mind Performance Health is here to help. We have our online or face-to-face service here in Sydney. We service clients all around the world, and our job is to provide that environment, provide that proximity, and do what we do best. We help clients, keep accountable, but also supported towards their health, body, and fitness goals. That's what we do here at Mind Performance Health. So if you ever need help, you can always reach out, book in a discovery call with our team. We have our website, www.mindperformancehealth.com.au, and we have other resources like on YouTube. We have other resources like with our podcast channels. So I recommend subscribing to those channels, those resources, because they can be ways that we can help with our content as well as our coaching program. So I appreciate you guys for listening in. I hope you have a fantastic day. Remember, the decisions at the end of the day, you have the power over. And I recommend just thinking of who you want to become and the decisions that that person makes and the actions that that person makes, because that's how you become that person. And you let go of the person you maybe are now. Or may you let go of the person you are now to become that person by doing so. So thank you guys for tuning in. I look forward to the next episode, and I'll see you in the next one.